All right, so the first two cards I'm pulling here is the mind plane. This helps us to understand what both parties are thinking or in regards to this relationship. The second portion, or second row, here is the body. This is how they represent themselves to you and to you them. You know what I mean? And the very last two cards helps us to understand why they're presenting themselves the way they present themselves, as well as think the way they think. The heart of the reading here, or this card here helps us to understand what brought you two together, and the challenge that you both face is the Ace of Pentacles. Gee whiz, your underlying energy is the Hermit. So you guys have both of you guys seem like you guys have both come out of hiding, if that makes sense, kind of like, or have come out of doing things on your own. Like you guys have been focusing on what you guys need to do for yourselves, and you guys have kind of gotten accustomed to just doing things solo, not really needing anybody additional. I mean, I think it was nice to have the other person just kind of be there, but I feel like at the same time, you don't really need them. Of course, right? You never did. But the thing is, too, neither does the other person. So it's like getting together and building something together is hard because both of you guys understand your independence, what it means to be independent. And I think some of you guys may not be necessarily too ecstatic to kind of surrender that kind of independence. To see why the Hermit's coming up with this, yeah, Seven of Wands, holding your ground, defensive. Like this is like that's resistance right there. Resistance to changes, resistance to to other things, and I think also there may be like a small kind of like PTSD sort of energy here. I always see the Seven of Wands as something like PTSD. Like you've gone through the Five of Wands, which is already conflict, and you've definitely felt proud of yourself from that, right? You felt proud because you've overcome that kind of conflict. But then you have to, then it could be like, you since you've gone through all those changes, since you've grown so much, it still doesn't mean that you've gotten completely over those things that made you, that was intense before. So there could be some things where there could be some things where somebody's feeling extra defensive, not because somebody has done anything, but more so that they're looking at a situation like this could happen again. This could happen again. And the Seven of Wands is just as much protect yourself, protect what's yours, as well as, don't be afraid to go out there and put yourself out there and continue to do the good work, or continue to put yourself in a situation where you continue to manifest and grow yourself. So that's being set off. Let's go ahead and start with this person on this side. Feel free to pick the side that resonates with you all the most. But we're going to go ahead and start with the Nine of Cups. Now, I like how both parties have something really nice in their mind plane regarding how they think about this relationship. You got the Nine of Cups, then we got the Lovers. Love it. Because the Nine of Cups to me says that this person is very content, very happy with themselves. And that's good, considering that we have love yourself first. This person is definitely loving themselves first. They love the situation. They love them. They love themselves. They love the other person, I believe, with the Nine of Cups. Doesn't necessarily have to mean love. It just means that you're content. You're happy. You're not, not Eight of Cupsing this, not dissatisfied, nothing. You're good. You're good with the situation. You're content. You can't complain. So I think this person definitely knows what they want. I think this person also believes that this relationship is something like a dream come true in a way, like this person has definitely been pushing through and really like just really happy, you know what I mean? Just really happy about how things are turning out here. Now the other person showing up with the Lovers, I think they really do feel like there is a connection between you and this individual. I think, or whoever this person is, they definitely feel like it's a really strong connection. At the same time, this person I think they're denying their emotions at the same time, because look at where their present is, or look at how they're presenting themselves. It's just the Queen of Swords. Now this could just be that this is a Libra, right? Or this person may be thinking like a Gemini and acting like a Libra. Or this person could just be, very, very logical and trying to rationalize their emotions, which doesn't really work out well when you honestly aren't really accepting of those emotions, because the Lovers is really about acceptance of those feelings, not necessarily a choice. And it's more or less like allowing yourself to surrender to love. more so than choosing to surrender to the love, right? You can deny it, you can put up a front, you can avoid it, and you could like resist it all you want to, but the feelings are never going to change, because what you're feeling is is for the thing, and what your mind is doing is trying to protect you, right? So this person is showing this some seriously high protective mechanism here, okay? And with the lovers being up here, I think they do feel love for this person. I think there's feelings in this relationship, but the protective mechanism is standing in the way. The mind part is standing in the way. There's too much thinking, too much swords on this end. So that's why I'm thinking it's definitely not feeling. That's not the problem. It's thinking. So this person is thinking a little bit too much in regards to their thing. But they need to be thinking, right? This is how they do. This is what they do. There's nothing wrong with their thinking. It's more of like allowing themselves to, to remember the boundaries that they have put up for themselves to be able to carry out the love that they feel. But instead, they're kind of, rationalizing it, trying to keep it logical, whatever they're trying to do. And that may not be beneficial for them. But the thing is that they're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to make sure that they're not going to get ghosted again. And the reason why I say ghosted is because we get the Seven of Swords as a reason as to why this person is very defensive, and they have the Lovers in their mind plane. Like, again, this could be like this is someone that sees this relationship as not the perfect partnership, because that's more the Two of Cups, but a partnership that definitely expands bounds. You know what I mean? That really makes them feel some really strong emotions, right? Make them feel very strongly about the relationship and moving forward. The Lovers is a very powerful card, okay? There's a definite connection this person feels. There's something that definitely draws this person to each other. But the thing is that it's because this person may also see this as a distanced relationships. So whether physically distant or not, this person definitely feels like there's a distance here. Which is probably why they have this kind of, this sort of energy here. It's Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, ready to kind of, cut someone up, ready to just kind of detach and to kind of back away. They seem very detached in how they are. And this just because they know this is a risky business thing too, right? They know that they're going to if they put their heart out there, they're going to invest. And it's hard for them considering that they may be in the situation in the past, they may have been ghosted, that someone may have, just left without saying anything. They may have been lied to, some things that, were just kind of done underhandedly. Because the Seven of Swords doesn't have to be just like, someone lying to or, someone cheating or anything like that. It just strictly means that this person, there's something going on in the past where there was some sort of sneaky behavior that wasn't completely, clarified or understood. You know what I mean? And I feel like this person may have even taken a risk in the past, and that fell through too, which is why they have their guard up so high. But again, with this person showing, the Lovers here, that's a good card. Like this person does feel something. It's just that they're not quite sure if they're ready to allow themselves to be vulnerable like that, to be vulnerable in the way that they were. Now, the other person is trying to figure out what to do, though, okay? This person on here with the Two of Wands, they're trying to figure out where they want to go with their lives, how they want to continue to pursue it, because right now they're pretty happy, and they know they have to make a decision because where they are isn't necessarily the end game, right? Because this is just a 9 out of 10. So I feel like with the Two of Wands coming up, I think they're trying to figure out where they're trying, what to do in regards to pursuing this relationship. I think this person doesn't honestly really know how they can, progress in this relationship, mainly because the person is kind of cock-blocking it. Not like I said, this person isn't trying to do it to be rude or anything. This person's legitimately got some, some things that they have to overcome, which explains the Hermit energy, having the confidence to do the research, which is going within the self, figuring out what the problem is, and healing it. So with the Hermit energy, this person's definitely got to figure out why they're resistant to this relationship. And this person here, they have to do some soul searching too. They got to continue loving themselves. This person, if they can't figure out what to do, it's not their fault. I think, honestly, where they are, what they're happy with, is also the reason why, where they are, what they're happy with, is also the reason why they can't make a decision about what to do right now. And that's mainly because they're happy with everything right the way it is. They know they can't stay in the way that they are. They know they're stuck at a crossroads. They know they have to make a decision. But because they're happy, it's hard for them to move on. It's hard for them to kind of say, all right, let's keep moving. Let's keep growing. Let's keep progressing. This person's like, well, I'm happy here. I'm pretty solid. I'm good with where we are right now. Instead of just kind of moving forward. going forward. And the reason as to why this person has the Six of Swords in there, well, the reason why they have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups in the mind plane is because the Six of Swords, they've already done the healing, they've already done the moving on. I think they just want to stabilize, but I think they're rushing the process. You know what I mean? Rushing that whole, let's stabilize, let's make things happen now. Let's just be stable now. But nothing's stable at this moment. Nothing is stable. There's no stable energy at this moment. You got to make it stable. This person's got to do the work to make it stable. And I think they've done a lot of things. They've gone over things. They've healed. They've moved on. They've taken courageous steps towards, improving their lives, but they're not finished. Okay, the Six of Swords is telling me that this person's just not done with it yet. You're not done moving. You still have to kind of move, to better pastures. You're still in that lake or that wide ocean looking for new land. You're not done with it yet. So, what brought you two together is Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles. And I like this, okay? I like this. Alright, Ace of Pentacles. Well, Temperance, and with your challenges is Ace of Pentacles. Still, not bad. And the reason why I say that is because what brought you two together was your independence, the balance, and the flow that you guys had within yourselves. That's why I was saying, y'all don't need anybody else, really. But the fact that you guys found each other is beautiful because you guys understand that you know how to take care of yourselves. You've done a lot of things to get yourself to this point to be able to be balanced and centered in your own energy and be able to keep a good flow going in your life. Because of that, love and care and patience and moderation in your life that you got going on right now, that is also showing that you guys can stand your ground individually, but also create a humongous empire together with your own individual strengths that you guys can integrate together. The problem is now investing time to actually make this happen, to actually start putting forth the movement, or putting forth the action to stabilize the relationship, to grow it, to make it a freaking empire. Because there isn't, there's a lot of, well, I'm putting my heart out here, I can't do this, or I like where I am, I don't know if I'm ready to go ahead and move forward. Well, the situation is saying, hey, you are ready. Do what you want to do what you love. And if you love this person, continue to grow, right? If you don't love them, choose you always, but make sure that what you're doing isn't keeping you from achieving what you want to achieve. Now, we're going to be using the power of surrender cards. And we have here, surrender to the wisdom of your body. Love yourself. Okay, don't overextend yourself as well. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be careful. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Yeah, man. If you're energized and happy, go ahead and move that bitch forward, okay? Just move it forward. That's what I'm saying. This person is happy, but they're having a hard time moving forward. And it's because, like I said, they have been doing things on their own. Same with this situation here, sort of. They have a sort of way of protecting themselves. It's a little dangerous for them, but at the same time, they know what they love. They feel the love, but they're just unsure. The Queen of Swords is never unsure. She's waiting for information. She's waiting for things to come in. She knows her truth. This person is very clear on their truth. If they haven't communicated how they feel yet, or communicated what their thoughts are, they will soon. But the Queen of Swords person, they always communicate. They always know the truth. They always know where they stand. The thing is this person knows where they stand. This is all about whether or not they are going to allow their hearts to just kind of, lead them forward instead of let their mind do it.